Hi boys and girls. This video is on converting units of metric capacity. As you can see here, I've got a 1 liter bottle right here. This is a liter. This is the standard unit of measure for capacity. In 4th grade, we look at the liter and we also look at a milliliter. Here I've got a medicine dropper that shows 1 milliliter of water. I colored it blue so you could see it. And I'm going to put in my 1 milliliter in this spoon so you can see about how much is in a milliliter. That is exactly 1 milliliter. Now in 4th grade, we only look at 2 units, the liter and the milliliter. You can see that this is smaller than the liter. It takes 1,000 milliliters to be able to fill up this 1 liter jar, this bottle. And so we only have one conversion to think about when metric capacity and converting. 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. So let's do a few conversions using our T-chart method. This should not be too difficult since there's only one conversion. Our only issue or only thing to think about with this is going to be asking, are we going to go from the larger to the smaller or the smaller to the large? Am I going to multiply or divide? Let's do some examples. So if I have 5 liters, that's capital L, and I want to know how many milliliters I have. That's lowercase m with a capital L. Well, to make my T-chart, I'm going to fill in my liter, fill in my milliliter. I'm going to go to my conversion table to find my initial rule. Here we have metric, and here's our capacity words. Here it is right here, 1 liter. So 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. Now, we had a question up here. This is my unknown. So let's fill in the rest of our T-chart. So the other part I know is 5 liters. So I'm going to fill in my 5 under my liter column. And this is my unknown. I'm trying to get to this. So I'm going to be going this way. So from my larger to my smaller, I'm going from 1 to 1,000. Did that go up or did that number go down? That number went up. So when a number goes up, your rule is multiply, and it's multiplied by 1,000. So then you just take your 5, multiply by 1,000, and what do we get? 5 times 1 is 5, and then I can add my zeros. 5,000. So that was a simple conversion where we multiplied. Let's do another one. I'm going to leave my liter to milliliter there just for a minute. What if I had a question like this? What if I had 10 liters and I wanted to know how many milliliters? Well, now I have 10 and this is my unknown. So now I can see my rule is still times 1,000. So now I have a 10 times 1,000. What would that look like? I can use my property of identity. I can multiply 10 times 1, and that gets us 10. And then I can add my 3 more zeros for a total of 10,000. So 10 liters would equal 10,000 milliliters. Okay. Let's do an example where we're going the other way. So what if I gave you the milliliters and we had to figure out the liters? Let's do an example. Say I had 16,000, that's a big number, milliliters, and I'm trying to figure out how many liters I have. Again, make your T-chart, milliliters, liters over here. Let's go to our chart. Now this says 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, so I'm going to make sure my 1 goes under my liter column. That's where sometimes fourth graders make a mistake. Here's my liter column. My 1 goes there. 1,000 milliliters goes on this side. Now, I don't know my rule yet because I don't know which part my unknown is. Let's fill in the rest of our problem. 16,000 milliliters, so that's going to go under this column. Now, I'm trying to get to here. Here's my unknown. So I look at my first two numbers. I went from a 1,000 to a 1. Did that number go up or did it go down? That number went down. So when your number goes down, it's divide, and our rule is 1,000. So then you literally take your number and you apply your rule, just like an input-output table. That's all this is. So 16,000 divided by 1,000. Now here's where it gets kind of tricky for fourth grade. You have a lot of zeros here, and if you're just not sure, there's a little thing that you can do. You can kind of look at your zeros and kind of cancel them out. Try to get down to a basic fact. Let's see what we can do. So if I have a 0 here, I'm going to match it with that 0 there. Take this 0, match it with that one. Take this one, match it with that one. I don't have any more to match on either side. I have 3 here and 3 here. You don't want to do 3 here and 4 here. Has to be one at a time, one-to-one correspondence. So now we're just left with 16 divided by 1. And that is 16. So that would be 16 liters. If you're not sure and you want to check yourself, you can do the opposite operation. Since we divided by 1,000, you could take your 16, times it by 1,000. Now, that's not how you set it up, but I can do my identity property. 16 times 1 is 16, and 3 zeros, and you should come up with your original number, okay? I hope this video was helpful when converting metric capacity. Your rule is always going to be 1,000. You're going to have to make a T-chart to see if you're going to be dividing by 1,000 or multiplying by 1,000, okay? Thank you for watching.